Let's start with obviously Anton Salayev. What'd you like about him? Obviously, big guy, a lot of attributes. What made you guys so ecstatic to get him at the number 10?
I mean, thrilled to get him at number 10. We had him obviously a lot higher. I'll say, like, we got our number 1D, you get your number 1 goalie on your list. Let's just start there. We feel pretty good about the draft, but it's one of those things where you got a guy rated high and you start to see him come back to you, and you start crossing fingers and you start, not mentioning his name. You don't want to jinx it. So we were thrilled that he fell to us. That's how we feel. What's not to like? 6'7", he skates like a ballerina. Like his footwork for a guy any size is excellent. When as soon as you establish the fact he's 6'7", great length, covers a lot of ice. I think 63 games this year in the KHL. No, this guy's a special player, and you start to look at our D. We're confident we're going to have one of the best defensive cores in the NHL at some point.
Obviously, a lot of physicality too, kind of a pest to play against.
Yeah, well, he's long. He gets to people in a hurry because of his skating and his reach, and even against the men, he's got that big frame. But even against the men, he's able to hold his own, and he's only going to get stronger. I don't know if he's going to get any taller, but he's going to get stronger. You can still see he's got a little bit of a baby face. There's a lot of growth left in his game.
How important was it getting a player of that type, that caliber in the pipeline?
Well, we knew we were going to get a good player at 10. I mean, we just did. We looking at the draft, we had like 8 to 9 guys that if they fell to us, any of them, we had no hesitation. But he was really high on our list. And like I said, you see him starting to come down.
Why do you think that happened?
You know what? Teams have different philosophies. Teams have different needs. No idea. I'm just glad it did.
Speaking of falling, you also get the number 1 goaltender by Central Scouting ranking, number 1 on your board.
Yes.
What do you like about him? And obviously, you traded up to get him, so obviously something you like.
I want to give Scott Clemenson and his department. We've got guys that really hone in on the goalies. I want to give them big time props. Really athletic. We also like that he's got a pretty good path here. He's going to play another year in the USHL. He's going to go to Boston University, so there's going to be time for us to develop him. And I'm not a mechanically astute goalie evaluator. We put a lot of onus on them. It's really for us about, well, where do we get them? And it's like, well, if you can step up and get the number 1 goalie on your draft board, we decided to do it.
And then
I'm sorry. Is Salayev, is he going to development camp by a chance?
I believe he is. I don't know the answer to that. I'm sure Pete does. Salayev going to camp?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's flying out tonight.
looking at some of the guys on the forwards, all of them are at least 6'3", 200 plus. Is that kind of a directional position that you guys took to maybe add a little size, some physicality? And even interviewing the two guys, they said they love the physical aspect of the game.
Well, I'm a fan of analytics, and numbers don't lie. So 6'3" is 6'3". But they're also good hockey players. Listen, there's a balance, right? What we talk a lot about in our organization is what's a devil look like, okay? And part of being a good hockey player is the ability to win battles. It's the ability to compete. And so I'm not saying we put more of an emphasis on that, but there's no doubt that's an emphasis to the game. All you had to do is watch the playoffs to see that you've got to have a certain prerequisite of skill, which we believe these guys do, but you also have to have either both a willingness to compete and the ability physically to compete. So we like the combo on all those guys, whether it's Pikkarainen, whether it's Traff, whether it's Graham. Those are big, strong guys, and we think they have those attributes.
You mentioned Kasper, but got to have that nice DNA, the pedigree with his father being a former player and for Jersey.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember him saying it in the interview and forgot about it on draft day. One of the things we're also looking for is for our scouts do a lot of work. We work in close contact with the analytics department. But guys have passion players, guys that they've followed that rise on their list, and we want our scouts to be passionate about everyone we take. Someone on our staff to really be excited we took them where we took them. And so I give our European scouts, in particular Tommy Sinisalo, who's in Finland, a lot of kudos. I mean, you see the names start to come off the board. I would say the majority of the guys we took we had higher than we ended up drafting.
you get the second goaltender? Is that kind of just adding some depth, or was he just kind of the best player on the board?
Yeah, you know what? You say second goaltender, and what I'll say is the Finnish Federation actually had him ahead of the other Finnish goaltender. So we think he's the number one goaltender in Finland. Good size. I think what probably pushed him back a little bit is limited viewings. He had some injuries, I think, this year. So, no. Make no bones about the fact that you need good goaltending to win hockey games. It's a really hard position to draft. There's one surefire way to improve your statistics in drafting, and that's draft more of them.
Olofsky, I really like that kid, that 6th round pick. What did you see in him? I know he was passed over last year,
Yeah.
but the kid has a lot of fight in him, and I think everyone thought that he was going to be picked this year. Just when? What did you like about him?
I think his hockey sense is excellent. I don't want to say elite. I don't want to put that type of pressure on a young person. He sees things that most players don't see, and he has the ability to make those plays. He played in every situation in Baie-Comeau. At the end of the year, played hurt in the playoffs. His coach couldn't say enough about him. I saw him a number of times. Pat saw him a number of times. Smart, right shot center, plays all situation, makes the players around him better. If you look at his World Junior performance, he had a really good World Junior. There's a lot to like about him. Candidly, we had him a lot higher and just kind of played the draft. And again, fingers crossed, hope that he would fall to where he fell, and there was no hesitation.
You know, it's awesome. It's a great organization. You know, my dad played for the team, and it's a dream come true. Yeah.
Tell me what you remember about Devils back in the old days.
I was so young, I don't remember like nothing. I just saw a couple of games by my dad, but you know, yeah, not so much.
Is your father here?
Yeah, he's with me. My whole family is here.
How would you describe your game?
I'm a big winger who likes to hit and make plays with the puck in the offensive zone.
Did you have any conversations with the Devils? Do you have an inkling that they might?
Yeah, we had some conversations in the combine and you know before the combine. So yeah.
You got a feeling from them that they might be interested in your style of game?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
And what are you looking at? What areas have you improved most over the past year, and what areas are you looking to improve heading into next year?
My skating has improved last years, but I need to work on that still. So my skating is still, I need to work on that still.
How far do you think you're away? 2 years away from a really good NHL shot?
2 or 3 years, I think I'll be ready to play in the NHL.
You say like a physical power forward
Yeah,
type? Or?
yeah, but I have puck skills too. Yeah,
Even someone that enjoys the engaging with
Yeah.
physicality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I assume this is a team that's looking to add some of that physicality.
Yeah.
So you think that's part of why they were attracted to you?
Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah.
Did you ever live in North America when he was here?
Yeah, I lived for like 1 year in Jersey. So yeah.
Do you have memories of?
No, I don't remember much. No.
So you're comfortable with just surrounding the area, you know the area a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's a good thing to start off with.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, for sure.
You talked about what you need to work on. What are some of the goals you have this upcoming hockey season?
Oh, say it again.
You talked about what you need to work on.
Yeah.
What are some of the goals you have this upcoming hockey season?
Yeah, of course the U20 World Championships and to play in the Liga the whole season for the TPS. We get a role there.
You're going to be at development camp? Right?
Yeah.
And what did you learn about playing a little bit in the league and the taste that you got there? And how much, obviously, you've got to kind of...
You know, the game is faster and guys are bigger, but, you know, I like it. Yeah.
What was your dad's reaction when it was the Devils?
He laughed.
How are your games similar or different? Like, how does your game compare to what your dad?
Yeah, I think the physicality, it's we like both hitting, but, you know, I think I'm better with the puck.
Bragging rights, you get drafted higher than he did. He was the 7th round.
No.
First of all, how does it feel when you heard your name called and to be a part of the New Jersey Devils organization?
It was sick. I get goosebumps. It was really happy, and I'm really glad to be a part of this organization.
Did you have conversations with them at the Combine? Maybe got an inkling that they might be interested in your game?
I've talked with him a little bit, but not much at all. I wasn't ready for it, but I'm really happy.
And how would you describe your game? Some strengths, some areas you need to improve upon?
I would say I'm a big forward that play physical with a lot of skills. Try to take the puck to the net and also try to hit every time. So yeah, I would say I'm a power forward.
And would you say you enjoy the physical aspect of the game? That's obviously something they're looking to add, particularly at the forward position.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's some of the players you looked up to when you were growing up?
I would say Peter Forsberg because he's from Sweden. He's a legend in ice hockey. So I look at him all the time on highlights on YouTube and everything. And then also here in New Jersey, Alexander Holtz from Sweden. So
Who would you say your game is like? If I had one player that everybody would recognize and know who that player would be that you're similar to?
I would say Tage Thompson in Buffalo and Tom Wilson in Washington Capitals.
Do you know Alexander Holtz? Have you crossed paths at all or anything?
I work. I think it was 2 summers ago with the same physical coach. So I just have to say hi to him, but not more. I hope it will be more.
How far away do you think you are from cracking or trying to be in the pros?
I mean, it's so hard to say. I mean, they ask me like, what do you think? And I say, if it's going to take 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I don't know. I just want to come prepared and take a place.
What are some areas of development you're looking to improve over either this next season or next couple seasons?
I would say the play without a puck, the defense play, be more stop and go, and try to be more straight to the net.
Is it a difference between the European rinks and North American rinks to get adjusted defensively? Is there an adjustment?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say it's easier for me to play on the North America rink just because of my size. Yeah.